Hello, my name is Kalina Rangel and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, if you couldn't tell by the title, I did Chloe Ting's 2022 Get Abs Challenge. It is a 18-day ab workout program and it only has 2 rest days, which was really hard. So you're basically working out for 16 full days. So this isn't my first time ever doing one of Chloe Ting's challenges. I have done one of her challenges back in 2020 during the beginning of the pandemic, and I did her summer shred challenge of that year, I believe, and I never fully completed it. I kind of got through like 3 days and I gave up, but I am semi-familiar with Chloe Ting's workouts. So let me tell you this, I'm obviously here recording after I've done the challenge, and let me just say, this challenge was not easy at all. When you look at Chloe doing the exercises, she just does it so easily, so effortlessly, so gracefully. And here I am struggling to breathe. I didn't want to go on any crazy diet or anything because I want to keep it realistic, because I know if I went on some crazy diet for this, after I've been on the challenge, I'm just going to quit the diet because diets are not great. I'm just going to say that. So I was just more mindful of what I was eating. If I had a choice between like eating eggs or like some pancakes with syrup, I would probably try to choose the eggs, you know, but I kind of would eat the pancakes. Another thing too is I kind of did eat quite a bit of Korean spicy noodles, okay? Just don't get mad at me. They're kind of my guilty pleasure. The only goal I did have in mind was I don't really drink enough water. It's really bad, I know. The only goal I had starting this challenge was one of these hydros. I wanted to drink at least one of these a day, which might not sound a lot to you guys, but to me, is quite a bit, because on the average I probably drink like half of this a day, and this is a 32-ounce water bottle and I drink maybe half of this a day. So that's the one thing I wanted to change, was drinking more water, which thankfully I have. Okay, a little spoiler. But I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer, so let's just go ahead and get right into the challenge. So here I am doing my weigh-in, just in case anyone wanted to know. I started at about 167 pounds, which I wasn't mad or upset about that. I am 5'8", so I felt that it made sense for me, but now we can look at what my body looked like before the challenge, and I did start this challenge the day after Christmas, so I'm pretty stuffed from the holidays. But as you can see, my stomach area is my main problem area, and I did this challenge so I can try and target this area, but now we're getting into my specific measurements on my body. I'm not sure I did these right, but I tried my best, and I don't see anything wrong with where I'm starting at. But now let's go ahead and get into the challenge. Starting on day 1 of this 18-day challenge, it was rough. Like I said earlier, this is the day after Christmas and I stuffed myself and I was really feeling it. The first video for this day was a HIIT workout that was mostly standing and some on the floor exercises, but this killed me. I tried my best, but a lot of it was just me standing and watching Chloe do it effortlessly. In the middle of the video, there were some mat exercises, and as you can see, I can't do an actual push-up because my arms are so weak. And at this point, I was really regretting doing this, but I just had to keep on going. Towards the end of the HIIT workout, my thighs were on fire. They felt like they were going to explode, but I kept going and eventually it ended. Then it was on to the second video, and thankfully there are only 2 workouts today, but the second video was an ab workout, and doing this right after the HIIT video, I was so out of breath and tired. But I gotta keep on trying, and I know it'll benefit my body and my health if I kept going, so I did. And let me add this, but doing this reverse plank and the side planks were so hard. My arms are so thick, but have the strength of uncooked pasta. I was trying to hold this for more than 5 seconds and I just couldn't. I definitely need to work on my arm strength even after doing this. But the last few exercises were laying on the back and it felt nice, but my abs were still on fire from doing the exercises. But eventually it was finally over and I laid there for so long after. This is me after finally getting the strength to get up, but this concludes day 1. Day 2 was a booty day with 2 videos, and I was happy about that. Starting out, it wasn't too bad, but after a few exercises, I was really starting to feel it on my ass. Some of these exercises were a bit weird to do in public, but here I am doing them for you guys on YouTube. The second half of the video was standing, and let me say this, I have really bad balance. But I just kind of acted like nothing happened and kept going. At that point, I remember my thighs were burning. They almost felt like they were going to burst, and I don't think that's a good thing. You can definitely see the struggle in my face as time goes on, but I need them booty gains, you know? And honestly, it was nice to see butt days and not just all hit and ab workouts. Butt days were definitely a nice break, but still were not easy. The second video was more butt exercises, and my ass was definitely on fire at this point. A lot of the exercises from the first video were the exact same in this video, which I didn't mind, but it just made me know that the pain that's coming. I got through the video, not easily, but I got through it, and that was the end of day 2. Day 3 was the day I was dreading. This was a core and arm day with 3 videos. Chloe is literally trying to kill me. Just kidding, but I know she wouldn't do that. Maybe. But I know this challenge was for abs, but I was not looking forward to arm days at all. My body was not made for this. I was dying off the bat, and I was barely like 3 exercises in on the first video. Also, these side planks were so hard. I have no arm strength and they just kept giving out. Chloe, please, if you're listening, no more of these. Wow, guys, I did my first push-up, kinda. Although that accomplishment was great and I will remember it forever, but sadly I wasn't done yet, and Chloe decided to kill me more by having up and down planks. And guys, this was barely halfway through the first video, but I did somehow make it through, and we're on to more of me in pain. Starting the second video, I was already over it. This video was a core focused video, but many of the workouts were similar to the first. I struggled so hard through this since my arms were already worn out and I could barely hold a plank for more than 5 seconds. I did try my best with all these exercises, but of course, there were more side planks. But the last few exercises were laying down, and I got through those a bit easier since resting was comfier. But that was the end of the second video for this day. Now we get on to the third video, which was another arm and core video. Honestly, I took like a 5-minute break between this video and the last one, and I was so close to just not doing this and skipping it, but I really wanted to attempt everything and at least try, so I finally found the little strength I had and continued, and it wasn't easy. Most of the time I was taking breaks and my arms felt like noodles, but at about halfway through this video, my wrists were hurting so bad. Like, I couldn't do any plank because my wrists were aching. I don't know if that's normal or if I just have really weak wrists, but I just couldn't continue at all. Like, most of my pain at this point was in my wrists. Here, you can see my wrists and the creases that were on them from this workout. But it was finally over, and honestly, just took a fat nap after this, and that was the end of day 3. So starting at this point, I'm going to be speeding through the rest of the workouts since everything is going to be pretty repetitive from this point out. Day 4 was another booty day with a HIIT workout and then 2 butt specific videos. Most of this is the same, but the only thing I did differently was the last butt video, there was an option to use a resistance band, and I used the lightest one I had, and it definitely was a challenge. Also, for the rest of the challenge, I was barefoot because when I was wearing socks, trying to do planks and such, a little TMI, but my feet were getting sweaty and I was slipping, and being barefoot was a little easier, so just ignore my feet, thanks. Day 5 was another arm day with 3 videos. It was a tough day because I hate doing arms, but it was starting to get a bit easier than before. But like 0.5% easier, which is still an improvement. But my wrists were definitely hurting at the end of this. Day 6 was just a 20-minute HIIT workout, and I just wanted to get through this workout because this day was New Year's Eve and I wanted to get ready to get a little wasted that night, you know? But drink responsibly, guys, if you're of age. Week 1 done. Time to get drunk now. Not good. Getting into day 8 after drinking and eating quite a bit during New Year's Eve was pretty rough, especially since day 8 was a HIIT workout and 2 ab videos. Let's just say I was definitely not feeling super great trying to do these workouts, but honestly, I was doing these workouts a bit better than I had expected. After a week of doing this challenge, I can definitely tell that it started to get a bit easier to do the workouts fully. I had a bit more energy and I wasn't getting as tired as before. Day 9 marks the official halfway point of this challenge, and it being a butt day was pretty nice. The first video didn't require any equipment, so I didn't use any, and used the first video kind of as a warm-up to the second video since that one had options for using a resistance band and weights. The orange weights were 8 pounds each, and I was going to use heavier weights, but I decided I wanted to ease into the workouts before going heavier. These weren't easy, especially on the mat, because I was taking so many breaks because my ass was just aching from the resistance bands. Day 10 was a not so fun day. This day had 2 HIIT videos and 1 ab video, and I was basically dead by the end of the second HIIT video. So doing the ab video after them, it was so hard, but honestly, my form and arm strength were definitely improving quite a bit at this point. Day 11 just had 2 core and ab videos, and looking back at the footage, look at my triceps. You can see the muscles in my arms as I'm doing these shoulder tap jacks. My arms were definitely getting a bit stronger so I could do most of these exercises, but the side planks were still killing me. But look at me doing some semi push-ups much easier than at the beginning of this challenge. My form might be really bad, and it was only 3, but that was 3 more than I could do just a week before this, so it was definitely quite a bit of improvement in my strength. Day 12 was similar to day 10 because it was 2 HIIT videos and an ab video again. At this point in the challenge, I was a bit tired of doing these videos since they were very repetitive. A lot of the exercises were the same from other videos, but I just had to set my mind to my goal at the end of the challenge to keep going. But I definitely was feeling some burnout, but thankfully day 13 was a rest day, so I could relax and not think about the workouts that much during it. Day 14 had a bit of everything. There was a HIIT video, a butt video, and an ab video. At this point, I was definitely a lot better than how I was when I first started the challenge, although I still couldn't do all the exercises fully. I was definitely doing them more than before though. There were only 4 days after this left, and I was just pushing through to the finish line. Most of the time, my brain was on autopilot doing these workouts. Also, I'm not sure if you can tell, but my body is definitely starting to look a bit more defined than at the beginning, and this is when I can see improvement from the start. Day 15 was an arm day, and my arms are definitely getting more defined. As you can see, my shoulders and triceps are more defined now, and even my back is starting to look a lot better. Moving to day 16, there was a longer HIIT video and an ab video. The HIIT video had 4 sets, and half of it was ab exercises. Also, in some of the exercises, you can see me hold my chest down, and that's because it'll hurt if I don't. But other than that, it was a decent day. Day 17 is the second to last day of this challenge, and this day had a booty video with weights and bands as options, and the second video was a butt and ab video. I used 2 8-pound weights and the black 15-pound weight with the resistance band for the first video. I did like that there was a bit of ab workouts this day. It gave my glutes a little rest in between these workouts to try and work harder. But now we're finally on to the last day. Now, we're finally at the last day of the challenge, and there was a lot this day. There was a 20-minute HIIT workout and 2 ab videos. Also, I wore the same outfit as I did on day 1 of the challenge so we can compare a bit easier to where I started at. So this is me right before starting day 18 of the workout, and this is me on day 1 right before starting the challenge. There's a slight difference between these, but as you can see, my thigh and stomach area were a bit smaller and more defined. That was a little sneak peek at my results, but let's see me finish this challenge. I don't think I mentioned this, but in the ab workouts, I have my towel under my face, and that's because I don't want my sweat to drip on the mat because I kind of sweat a lot. But looking at myself, I feel like my arms and my thighs changed the most from this challenge, which was a bit surprising. But now that I finished the challenge, let's get into my results. So, I finally weighed in at 165 pounds, which means I lost 2 whole pounds, and with my measurements on screen, I even lost 2 inches on my waist, which was pretty crazy. Now you can see a side-by-side comparison of my before and after body, and there's a pretty big difference. Alright, now that you guys have finally seen me complete the challenge and my results, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the video. I felt that I could have pushed myself a little bit harder to do the workouts. I know in the video, there's just a lot of me doing the workouts, and I cut out a lot of me just standing there or sitting there or just not fully doing the workouts completely because I didn't want this video to be an hour long. I didn't want to keep on every little thing, but I just kept in the more important things of me at least attempting to do them. Like I said, I do wish I attempted to push myself a little bit harder, but I'm glad with my results, and that's all I can ask for, you know? I just want to say that everybody is different and unique, and if you or someone else attempts to do this challenge, your after results could be more or less than what I got, but once again, everybody is different, and this is only an 18-day challenge. You're not going to see anything crazy happen in 18 days. This was just kind of a beginning platform for me to start and continue my workout journey, but like I said, this is only like 3 weeks, guys. You're not going to see me go from this to like washboard abs or something in 3 weeks, guys. It is not realistic, okay? Please do not beat yourself up. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did like seeing me do this Chloe Ting challenge and you want to see more, let me know, because honestly, I'd be down to do them. But just give me like a little break until I start another one, because I kind of need a mental break from doing this. Chloe, I love you. Thank you for having these challenges available. Honestly, they're like a blessing because I do not want to go to the gym, and having to do these at home is a lot easier and better for me to actually do. So thank you, Chloe. Anyways, if you guys liked today's video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.